It's a beautiful Thursday morning, and now this is where all things are bright, beautiful, and wonderful. Wow! Well, it's definitely going to be an electric edition of Wake Up Nigeria.
Now that is starting the day with the right kind of vibe and energy. Now let's transcend all around you and light up your environment.
Definitely, definitely. Now, we are that bright spark that shines through every day, bringing you the #1 numero uno breakfast show on television, Wake Up Nigeria. Now, we expect that you stand up, you get, just get a bit more active, Don't go and go to Bagada or somewhere. We'll talk about much more about that later.
Yes, now talking about activities, remember, you need to wash your hands frequently. Use hand sanitizers, keep away from other people, social distancing. Keep your hands away from your eyes, your nose, and mouth. Make sure I think by now it's supposed to have started becoming a part of our life.
Definitely, of course. And as you maintain social distancing, of course, we will hit you up, and you will also hit us up via social media on your devices. It's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Let us know. Send us pictures, send us videos. We will share them right here on air.
Yes, now it's your favorite TV family entertainment breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Tokwe Olonio.
Mike Mesikeno is mine. You can stream live at tvcentertainment.tv on Facebook. You can also stream live. It's at TVC Connect.
Just like Mike said, today's another day. We'd love to hear what you're up to. We'd love to see your selfies, quick videos. And remember, the best way to share that is using the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
You can also watch us via our app, which is downloadable on iOS and Android stores. You definitely need internet connection. You can also interact with us via the app.
Yes, now first up on today's show, we have birthday shout-outs for all of you celebrating your special ones today and the rest of the week.
Woo-hoo. We have Daily Vulnerables by Chude Gideonwo also.
Now, for spontaneous feedback on what's happening around you, our social media segment will get you interacting live with us via Twitter and Facebook.
Then, of course, Chronicles of a Foodie is up today. Let's see what place Titi will probably take us to on her Chronicles.
For art display, we have Mudashiru Ayola joining us via Skype, and we will be checking out some of his artwork.
Finally, we have hip-hop guru Michael Ugochukwu Stevens, a.k.a. Rugged Man. And of course, we'll have a discussion with him via Skype and catch up with all he has been up to.
Yes, we will. Top of the morning to you.
Hey, Thursday, week 4, day 4, week 2 of the lockdown. And you've heard news that there might be a possibility that they might extend the lockdown.
Extend the lockdown, yes.
So I think that it's I know we just have to, the palliative measures have to be put in place. That's my own, and it should have been done before the lockdown. So while you're planning for the lockdown, we should have planned to ensure that relief materials get to the people that it needs to get to. Because what happens is that people are, I've met a lot of people, I've heard a lot of stories of people that, look, I make my money, we make our daily bread daily. How do you want, you have to, because they will come out. I once mentioned, I said virus versus hunger. Ogbeni, I would take my chance with the virus. I would want to eat first of all.
Very true.
So that's the most important thing. If those measures are not put in place, how do you expect them to stay? I mean, for me, my husband also just spoiled yesterday, maybe spoiled before yesterday. I'll give you the story later on, but I'm in severe pains.
Who made the husband also? Because I know you can't cook.
Who told you I can't cook?
Mike,
something that I finish like this, and I fry, smoke pan inside. Yeah, if you see, if you see the pan, if you see the something there. So the whole of yesterday I was in mourning.
Let's do trade by barter. Sure, you want to sell movies? Give me 3 movies, I'll give you a bowl of soup.
I don't sell movies, oh. Me?
Yeah, no, you want to sell to me. It's not me you want to sell movies.
I don't even know what is movie. What sell?
So Mike is promising me free movies.
Me?
You're giving me
I
free,
don't
right?
know.
I'll give you a bowl of soup.
I don't know.
Live.
Yeah, so, but you see, now that's the point now. We hope that there's power enough to keep so that the soup does not
It
spoil.
doesn't spoil.
So yesterday was...
We're wondering that, say if there's lockdown, how come PHCN, they're not locking down?
Yeah.
Because how are they offing and on? How are they pressing on and off?
So before now, we don't even have the capacity to give ourselves 24 hours light. So it won't happen now. We don't even have, I mean, when you're looking at less than 5,000 megawatts for the whole country, where it's not possible that the whole country now have 24/7 light because we don't have the capacity. Yeah. So we need to build our capacity, which a lot of people have been leaders have spent a lot of money, and it has still not been done. But when we build our capacity, so as it stands now, we don't have the capacity, so we can't even generate power 24 hours. So once we have to work on upping the ante, and improving or increasing our capacity, and then we can start talking on getting our light 24/7. I know that some places they don't even just have at all.
Yes,
it's just bad.
They don't have at all.
At least at this time, you can just drop some, throw it out. At least just see like a little bit of light. Maybe a hot sun, hot house, hot everything. You want to come out. I want to go and jog. I don't see that they went and rounded up. So the caption I saw was that the military was giving them confirmed military workouts.
So now I saw pictures yesterday of people who violated the lockdown measures, and the military made some of them do frog jump. Like they're like, so since you want to come out, you exercise.
They were jogging a lot. So they said they should be isolated. I hope they don't put them in isolation centers that are meant for the sick people.
Oh, it's true.
Right? So maybe you should find a way that they can isolate separately, which I understand, and keep them for 14 days and all that.
Yes.
But these are the concomitant, effects of a sane society. These are the kind of things that happen and all that. So it was kind of good to watch. I mean, they had been given warnings, man.
Yes, they have been given warnings.
You see the whole road just full and all of that, and you wonder, like, okay, hey, you guys should really, really listen.
Yes.
Listen and stay back at home. Do it in your compound.
I'm sure those punishments that people saw on social media yesterday would have made people learn.
Some people, they want to go and do that from job. They like military from job.
We can't help them.
All right. Okay. And now let's take the news. We begin the news this morning on the African continent, where more than 10,700 cases of the coronavirus have been confirmed in 52 countries. Only Comoros and Lesotho are free from the pandemic as of now. 534 deaths have been recorded, which represents 4.9% of the cases. Now, this is close to the 3.5% fatality rate in the US and far lower than 10% death rates in some parts of Europe. A little less than 1,200 persons have recovered from the infection on the continent. South Africa, Egypt, Morocco, and Algeria have all recorded over 1,000 cases each. Many of the countries are imposing a range of preventive and containment measures against the spread. Now, but the biggest intervention is the aid from China, which began to arrive last month. Ethiopia, Algeria, and Zimbabwe have all received the materials from the country that has successfully put the worst of the pandemic behind them. Now back in Nigeria, a team of Chinese medical experts arrived at Abuja, the nation's capital, yesterday. Now this is part of the intervention facilitated by a Chinese company in Nigeria. Correspondent Moyo Thomas reports.
Our call was heard and acted on in so many ways.
Efficient beds and so forth, and the protocol is now well established. We now feel in a much stronger and better position to undertake this Herculean task of trying to see how we can bring Nigerians outside the country back into the country. And in that context, we've now started to get greater numbers of Nigerians, especially in the United States, where almost 200 have now indicated willingness to return. We're engaging with our embassies in China and our High Commission in London and also in France.
Now, globally, there are more than 1.5 million confirmed coronavirus cases, while more than 88,000 people have died. New infections and deaths remain on the rise in the U.S. Now, the country reported over 1,900 deaths on Wednesday alone, the highest single-day fatalities yet, bringing its death toll to more than 14,800. The U.S. also remains the country with the most confirmed infections than any other in the world, as cases topped 432,000. And Britain has reported an additional 938 fatalities on Wednesday, taking its death toll past 7,000. This is as Prime Minister Boris Johnson remains under close monitoring in intensive care. Cases of coronavirus brought into China from overseas have reached their highest level in 2 weeks. The National Health Commission reported 63 new cases on Wednesday, with 61 of those coming from overseas. The country has imposed strict quarantine rules on anyone arriving in China from overseas. And then South Korea has reported its lowest number of new cases in 7 weeks. Only 39 new cases of COVID-19 were confirmed in 24 hours, 23 of which were related to overseas arrivals. And the federal government has reacted to the development aviation matters on exclusive legislative list. Minister of Aviation Hadi Sirika said approval was granted to Carverton helicopters to fly into Port Harcourt. His reaction was made known in the course of yesterday's COVID-19 briefing, where he said the Air Force officers that allowed the governor come into the airport to effect an arrest acted in dangerous ignorance. Of course, that is an update on the case between the governor of Rivers State and the helicopter landing in Port Harcourt. And then moving on from that, the Nigerian Center for Disease Control has confirmed 22 new cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria, 15 in Lagos, 4 in FCT, 2 in Bauchi, and 1 in Edo State. Now, this brings to a total of 276 confirmed cases, while 44 have been discharged and 6 have died. The Nigerian military authorities have designated 3 more facilities for isolation and treatment of patients with the coronavirus, bringing the total number of facilities by the military to 21. The facilities are to be manned by 80 military medical personnel who have been deployed. Now, as the number of confirmed coronavirus cases increase, the Nigerian military authorities continue to bolster support for the federal government's effort in fighting the pandemic. 3 more medical facilities have been designated for isolation and treatment of patients with the virus. Medics who have undergone training in handling of COVID-19 cases are to be involved in the management of patients that are to be admitted at the facilities across the country. The military operation against the spread of the virus is part of a larger effort by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. The World Health Organization has come under intense fire from President Donald Trump, who has continued to criticize the body's approach of handling the coronavirus. Mr. Trump said he will consider ending U.S. funding for the WHO. The U.S. president accused the WHO of being very China-centric in its response to COVID-19. Responding to the criticisms, the Director General of WHO, Tedros Ghebreyesus, defended the organization's work and called for an end to the politicization of COVID-19. That's it on the news for this hour. We'll take a break and, of course, return with sport.
Hip-hop guru Michael Ugochukwu Stevens, professionally known as Rugged Man, launched himself into the music industry in 1999, eventually became the most featured rap artist in Nigeria. Now, he's also a vocal human rights activist, and we have him on Skype, and he's joining us for a conversation. Good morning, Rugged Man.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing today?
My name is Tokwe Olonio, yes.
Rugged Man, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank God. I'm good, Jerry. I'm very good.
How have you been holding up during this lockdown? What's been happening at home? Are you alone? Is the family around? Tell us how you've been holding up during this lockdown.
Well, my siblings, my mom are all based in the UK. Thank God everybody's all right. I was with them like 3 weeks ago before I went to Dubai and then came back to Nigeria. And as per how I've been holding up, I'm normally used to staying at home if I don't have anything that important to do outside.
Okay.
So for me, as long as I have my internet, have my PlayStation with my FIFA 20, and I have food and I have my sweets.
Oh wow!
Or like what my friend would say, sweet mouth. As long as I have that and I have my movies, and of course we know the craze of social media. As long as I have all that, I'm good. I'm good.
So how have you, we do know that you're very active in social media and physical presence, advocating for youths and making sure everybody's getting the proper care they need this COVID-19 period. How has that been for you, even during the isolation?
Well, it's been almost business as usual.
Okay.
Only that this time I now added my own COVID-19 lockdown support, which I have done for like 5 days straight now. I did it for 5 days straight. What I did was I go on Instagram Live with a couple of friends, and we just donate money and then send out to random people online, you know, but we also at least try to confirm they are human beings, not some funny people. So I've been doing that. A lot of my friends from Aremua Folayan, the movie director, O.D. Woods, Jibola Official. I even had a situation where a friend asked, you know, what I did was, I said, look, whatever it is you can afford to send to anybody's account, be it 5,000, 10,000 upwards.
Okay.
I had some friends who called in who came on my live from the UK, and he just decided, look, he was going to give 2 people 50,000 naira each.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I said, okay, you know what? Now, instead of giving just 2 people 50,000 naira,
you can break it
why
down.
not just give 4 people 25,000 naira?
Yeah.
You know? And it just went on like that. I did it on Instagram for days. I did it on Twitter for some days. And, you know, and of course, the whole police harassment thing, some that I've been able to get in contact, I do my best with the help of the Lagos State Police PRO and other good officers. We sort out their issues. I'm sure you saw the one that happened in Rando. That some people, they said they were playing loud music in their balcony, and then police went there and a lot of stuff happened. You know, but by the next morning, I got one of them's contact. I, you know, connected with the Lagos State PRO and of course the ACP Shako from Abuja.
Yeah.
By that afternoon, the police boss was in their house apologizing to them and just talking to everybody.
Oh, okay.
You know, so and like 3 or 4 other cases like that. So that's why I said it's almost been business as usual. Except that I'm not outside.
Okay. Now, talking about police harassment, this is something that you've been on for a while. There has been, there's been an increase in the cases of people who maybe they are out on the road and all of that. I don't know if you recollect something that happened in Warri recently where it had to do with the armed forces and all of that. High-handedness, as it were, from security personnel. At this point, now, the people can do as much as they can. What do you think the security personnel should take in note? How well or how should they police people or keep the law and order during this kind of lockdown? Because a number of people will go out. Probably they might need something to eat and all of that. But then the police at times can be a little bit overzealous or something. How best do you think security forces can manage themselves and also maintain social law and order during this period?
You know, it all has to do with communication and respect. It has to do with communication and mutual respect. if I was talking to one of the officers the other day, I said, look, the best thing that can happen is once you see somebody outside, is you shouldn't see a cash cow. You shouldn't see an opportunity to maim. First thing you should do is find out exactly why the person is outside. You know nobody is supposed to be outside, but for that person to be outside, it has to be either the person really needs something or the person just wanted to break the law. So the first thing is communication. Or should I say, first thing is respect. How are you, young man? How are you, young lady? Then second thing, communication. Why are you outside? Any problem? Then when the person says, oh, I'm going to get food, I'm trying to do this, you just ask more questions and you know, to get proof, to confirm the person is saying the truth. And if that is the case, you let the person go, because people are being told that they can go to food, medicine, and stuff.
Yeah.
Then if the person just goes, oh, well, I just decided to stroll. You decided to stroll. Now that's a different case. You can now tell the person, remind the person why the lockdown has been put in place, and now tell the person to go back home. When the person now refuses to go home, then the person is, outrightly trying to break the law. Then the police should do their job, which is either giving the person one more warning, and if the person doesn't take it, arrest the person straight. You understand? This is what I was telling. That's why I said communication and respect. But some of the rogue officers see it as an opportunity to make money from people.
Yes.
Which is a bad thing. Yes, it brings us back to saying, yeah, they're underpaid. But trust me, I'm sure there are people even in your office right now that probably think they're being underpaid. But it doesn't mean they should go and steal their TVC generator or steal a TVC camera.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You understand? So if you're being underpaid somewhere and you feel you're being underpaid, leave. You can quit the job. But
you see,
disrespect. You don't use that opportunity to disrespect the job, the uniform, and the nation, and then give a bad image about the police to the people.
Wonderful. Now, we've talked so much about activism, yourself and activism, that some people seem to forget that you are a forerunner when it comes to the music industry in Nigeria. While you're at home and all that, is there any musical plans? Is there anything that we're expecting musically or something? Any new thing you're working on and all of that?
Yeah, by now, I was supposed to have dropped an EP by now. If anti-corona did not show up, I'm press pause.
I don't know why Corona is now a sister. What of Uncle Corona, Brother Corona?
You see, it's not a misunderstanding. We don't want to misinform people. You see all these females, so let's just leave it with Auntie for now. But basically, I've actually been recording a lot. I have new songs with Fast the Bad Guy, Small Doctor, Praise, Harry's Song, Solid Star, Two-Face. That's what I said. I actually had an EP that was almost ready until this happened. So I'm still contemplating whether to drop one song now or not, because I don't want to be perceived as being a bit, should I say, insensitive. Like dropping a song in this period when there's a pandemic.
Yes.
But then again, when you check it from the business angle again, everybody's at home right now. Everybody's on their phones 24/7.
Yes.
It's not a good time to drop a song to at least get some downloads and streams.
Yeah.
So we're still contemplating. I just don't want to be seen as I'm not Fowles now, so I don't want to have a bad guy to my name.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of challenges going on social media. A lot of people are saying, for those who are the mature ones, allow we the unserious ones to be unserious. And this might actually be a good time to drop a song so people can jump on challenges with your song. So you might never know. You might want to think about it.
No, I'm thinking about it already. But, sometimes when it involves Rugged Man, they let me say it in pidgin, they carry my matter for head.
For head, yes. To be honest.
I just want to be sure, be careful, and check so it doesn't rub people the wrong way.
All right, Bossman. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for hooking up with us and talking to us this morning. It was a pleasure, and all the best, all the best, all the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and God bless.
All right, cheers.
Yay! We don't reach the end, though.
I know. It always happens so fast.
Yeah, sometimes it happens so fast, but Malbono.
All this one, he's just trying to beg me. Nope, not falling for it. It's been an amazing time with you all.
It has
Guess
been.
what? It's going to happen again tomorrow.
It has been.
Same time, same venue. And remember, you can also watch us live on all our social media platforms, Facebook, and download our app. And if you do not have power, you can watch us anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
my name is Tokwa Alonia. I was hanging out with my G, Mike.
Yeah, please, and this is me wishing, hoping and praying for the best for you, for those of you going through hard times.
Yes.
Help will come soon.
Amen.
Just keep up the hope, right?
Yes.
Right.
Let's all stay
See you
positive.
tomorrow.
Mwah.